need some coffee to have energy for this intro. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming another tortoise related video because I noticed a lot of y'all like Percy and you're interested in Hermann's tortoises, so I'm filming another one. Today's video is going to touch on my daily morning routine I have with my Hermann's tortoise Percy. It goes through everything such as feeding him and cleaning his enclosure. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Hi baby, what are you doing? Hi baby. Hi. So the first thing I typically do in the morning when it comes to taking care of Percy is I go to his enclosure and I turn on the lights so he can warm up. Sorry if you hear my dog walking on the floor in the background. But I turn on his lights to wake him up, and you can see his water dish is dirty and he has some food left over from yesterday, so I'm gonna have to clean that out later. But I like to let the light wake him up, and I don't really mess with him until he's already up and roaming around because I don't like to yank him out when he's sleeping. So yeah, he usually likes to sleep in this corner back here by the light or under his log. And if you look closely, that's a little tortoise face. Hi baby. Excuse my baby voice, I just can't help it. I love him so much and he's so cute. So now that I see that my sleepy little boy is finally awake, I'm gonna get started on his breakfast and warm bath. Welcome to my kitchen. Today for breakfast, Percy's gonna have some, excuse all our food. We had Chinese takeout last night. But today for breakfast, Percy's gonna have some store-bought greens since it is currently still winter and all the vegetation is killed off. I mean, naturally Hermanns are supposed to eat a lot of weeds, but I can't really do that for him right now. So until it gets warmer, he's gonna have some of this Market Side Spring Mix from Walmart. I really like this one because it doesn't have any spinach in it. And I know like the paper towel looks really dirty, but if you put a paper towel in there, it helps it from getting slimy and rotten as fast. So yeah, I'm gonna fix him some of this. So I apologize in advance for the bad lighting and angles, but we're working with what I got. So when I take the spring mix, I'm just gonna grab him a few leaves because, I don't know, sometimes in the video I think the depth perception is off and he's actually smaller than what he's coming across on the camera, but he only needs a little bit. Their serving size is about the size of their shell, and I'm just gonna wet that with some water and tear it up into smaller pieces so it's easier for him to eat. Sorry again for the bad angle, but I'm just grabbing this small little bowl. It's a little plastic bowl. He's probably going to have to upgrade soon because he's growing pretty big and he's almost too big for this. But I'm just going to fill it up with some warm water, and this is going to be the dish I soak him in while I clean his enclosure. I'm back now and Percy is ready for food because he is always starving, and like I showed y'all before, his enclosure is kind of a mess. He has some uneaten food and some calcium powder. His water has dirt in it and it's just overall a mess, so I'm gonna fix that. But before he can eat, I soak him while I fix it because it takes usually about 10 minutes, and by the time I'm done with that, he's had his daily soak and then he's ready to eat breakfast. So let's go. So I'm just gonna go around and grab any leftover food from the day before, like right here. Just pick all that up. And I kid you not, some days there's a lot of uneaten food and some days there's only a little. It all depends on his appetite, I guess. So since he's a baby Hermann's, he requires a bit more humidity than a juvenile or adult Hermann's would. So every day, along with picking up all the old food, I have to spray down his enclosure just to make sure it stays around 70% humidity. And it won't be, like, I won't have to spray it down as much when he's a juvenile or adult, but right now that's what I do, just to make sure that he stays hydrated and he has a smooth shell growth, and it's just all in all good for him. So I'll take like his dirty water, if it has no poop, like this is just from him soaking in it, and I'll pour it right where his heat light is, so up there, just because that is typically where his substrate dries out the fastest. I'm gonna take this spray bottle that I got from the car section of Walmart, and I'm just gonna spritz his whole enclosure down and kind of mix it up just to make sure it's like moist. I'm sorry if you hate that word, but that's the only word I can really think of to describe it. But not too wet, because you don't want them to get a respiratory infection. So basically just to where it's a little bit like damp to the touch, but it's not soaking wet. So yeah. And I really like to get under his hide, this area where I keep a lot of moss, really good and humid, because that's where he goes if he needs the humidity. The other areas tend to dry up fast just because of the heat and UV bulbs. So I like to make sure he has one area that stays really humid consistently throughout the day. Now that everything's all good and spritzed down, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to wipe his water bowl and refill it. And I'm also going to wipe down the calcium powder and the dirt that he managed to get on his eating slate. From there, I'm going to go in and add his food. Some days I do the calcium powder. I just so happened to do that yesterday, and I don't like to do it every day because it's not good. So I'm not going to do that today. He's just going to have plain food. And it's been about 15 minutes actually of me spot cleaning his house. So I'm going to take him out. And this is the time where I really like to pet his head and just do some one-on-one interaction so he can get used to me every day, but I don't overhandle him because I think it's good for him to be on his own, you know. Yep, usually as soon as you set that boy in there, he wants to eat his food. He's always hungry. You'd swear that I never feed him. So yeah, I'm going to just show y'all a little clip of him eating. So now everything in his enclosure is nice and clean. He has fresh water. His dirt has been misted. His humidity's up. Over there is his more of a hide area. He doesn't go in there much, but I still keep it misted and humid for him. But yeah, so now is the part of my morning where I just sit and watch him eat because it's so addictive. And he's so cute while doing it, huh? Aren't you, Bub? Yeah, he loves to eat. So yeah, that's our morning routine. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. If there are any other specific videos or topics or just anything you would like to see, let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to film something that interests you guys. Bye.